Hey everybody, Squirrel Man back again. We'll do two videos back to back today. When I get content in my head or ideas, like I gotta do it right away, or I'm gonna forget, or it'll just get scrambled. Um, One video, I feel like I should have made this video a long time ago, but this video really touched on what to expect or the steps you got to take before going to CDL school, or one thing I don't want to forget before this video is over, because this is really important. You need to know this because this screwed me up when I went to CDL school. There's something called a clearinghouse. It's a federal thing. Look up FMCSA. That stands for Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration. And basically, what that is it's a federal department or whatever, a regulated department, and they keep records of all the CDL drivers, right? So, and honestly, I don't like it. I think it's stupid, but it's the government. So the one thing I really, really want to say to you, the real reason why I wanted to make this video, because this is so important. I'm going to tell you a story right before I tell you this. I got my CDL permit. I got hired with Pam. They sent me to the school, Future Truckers of America. And then once I got to the school, they had paperwork for you to fill out and yada yada, all that stuff. Then they were like, okay, sign up with this website. It's called Clearinghouse. And all the students, me included, are like, okay, we're going to sign this up, or sign up for this, right? And then you had to wait to get approved through the Clearinghouse before you could really go a whole lot further in the school, right? So what I really want to tell you is, before you even, like, let's say you just got your CDL permit yesterday, right? The first thing you want to do is get on that FMCSA website and sign up and get approved. Because you don't need to wait on your company. You don't need to wait till you go to the school. If you do that, you will be like 10 steps ahead of everybody. Because I'm going to tell you what happened to me. Years and years ago, when I lived in Florida, I had my CDL, but I wasn't using it, because this was after I did the hotshot thing. But I used to love riding sport bikes, man. The crotch rockets. I used to love them. I used to ride them all the time for years when I was younger. Long story short, I got pulled over a couple times, got a couple of traffic tickets, and those tickets caught up with me. And I got a letter from the DMV in Florida, and they were like, if you don't do this, that, and the other thing, we're going to take your CDL from you. And I was like, well, I didn't really care at the time. I was like, I'm probably never going to use that thing. So I let the state of Florida take my CDL. I still had my regular license and my motorcycle license. So I was like, yeah, whatever. You know, I was a security guard at the time. It's like, you know, like whatever. So anyway, the reason, and that caught up to me. When I was at the trucking school, they were like, well, we can't approve your permit because there's something going on. We didn't, the school didn't know what was going on. It was up to me to figure it out. So if this happens to you, if you have a problem getting approved through the clearinghouse, they're going to do very little to help you. You have to do the investigating, right? So I was calling the clearinghouse people. Oh my God, I probably called them 4 or 5 times a day for days. And I was in their ass, man. And finally, they figured it out. And I knew what it was. I already knew. It was because of the state of Florida. I knew it, right? So I ended up getting it figured out. I ended up getting approved because I handled the situation. I told them what happened, you know, and they're like, okay, because it was a really long time ago and it was in a different state. But I had to tell you that story because I don't want you to get all excited. You get to the trucking school, you know, and then all of a sudden you get shit on with some bad news from something that happened to you a million years ago, right? Don't let that happen to you. So while you're still sitting at home, you just got your CDL permit today. Well, you're super happy, right? The next step you need to take is to get on that clearinghouse website and get approved. That's absolutely vital. So that was like some vital information. I wish I had told you guys a long time ago, because I feel like nobody talks about it. And clearinghouse, that leads me to my next thing, and that's the drug test. Clearinghouse is, you do not play with them. They are like the IRS and the DMV. Don't play with them. So if you think you're gonna piss dirty, don't do it. Just wait. Go back and do your other job for a little while. Wait until you know for sure you're gonna piss clean. Even if you got to pay to take your own drug test at some other clinic, you know, on your own, that your job doesn't know about, do that before you go to the school. Because once you piss dirty at the school that's regulated and clearinghouse finds out about it, man, you just royally fucked up, dude. You royally fucked up. You just black booked the shit out of yourself. There is, and I told you this is federally regulated. That means any job, like even if you got your CDL, any job you go to apply to, they're going to see that you failed a drug test, and they're not going to hire you. There's like 90% of them are not going to hire you. It's going to be so hard for you to get a job. And somebody asked me the other day about Pam. Did they do a hair test? No, they didn't. I just did a P test. But CRST did a hair test, and bar none did a P test and a hair test. So what does that tell you? More and more companies are going to start doing that hair test. They're not fucking around, y'all. They don't play. And you know why they do a lot of this stuff? It's to save money on insurance. Everything's about insurance, guys. Just like if you was to get a speeding ticket or something, they're going to fire you probably, because their insurance rates are going to go up and they don't want to pay for it. They're like, we'll just hire somebody else, you know? So, moral of the story, big point of this video is don't play around with the drug test. It's not a game. And absolutely do the clearinghouse. That should be like the first thing you do once you get your CDL permit. You get home, you know, tell your family, they're all excited, and then go do that clearinghouse. It doesn't take that long. You get on the site, you become a member or whatever, you know, and you log in. Make sure once it says that you're logged in, I think it takes a little while to get approved. I'm not sure. I mean, it's been like almost 2 years since I did this, you know, and once you get all that done, you really don't have a reason to be on there unless it's I don't know, something else, whatever, you know. I mean, I honestly, I think I've been on there like one time since I was at the school. I've never really had a reason to be on there. But all the stuff through every company goes through that website, though. So, like, let's say you jump from one company to the next, you might get little blips or emails or texts or something from that site. You know, I'm pretty sure I have a vague memory of that happening when I went to EPS, but I was only with EPS for like not even 2 months, I don't think. That was when I was doing that yard dog job. But, yeah, those are the big things that you need to worry about right after you get your CDL permit. So get the permit, sign up for the clearinghouse. Don't wait for somebody to tell you to do it, because I'm telling you to do it right now. Sign up for the clearinghouse, and then your recruiter, he's going to send you to the school. You're going to do the school. That takes 4 weeks. And then once you graduate, this is assuming that like you already have a job, right? Like let's say you went to work for Pam. This is what happened to me. So this is the steps you want to take. So you graduate the school. They tell you, oh, okay, your mentor is going to pick you up next Monday. Do not put a lot of stake in that, dude. Assume that they're full of shit and it's going to take like weeks. All right. So if you have a part-time job, don't quit until like the day before you get in the truck with your mentor. Don't quit. I was a pizza man until the very last second. I quit like 2 days before I got in the truck, you know, because I wanted to keep going out and making money, right? When I was going to the school, I was a pizza man on the weekends. So I worked 30 days straight, right? I did not take one day off. I was at school all week, and then I was delivering pizzas on the weekends, just 2 days a week. But I worked 30 days straight. So if you have a part-time job, something, anything, do not quit until like right before you get in that truck. All right. So I hope I helped you out with that. I hope I gave you guys some good advice. And this stuff comes to me just here and there. So I try to make a video about stuff like that as soon as I can when I think about it. Because like I said, it'll just slip my mind. But yeah, that clearinghouse is absolutely vital. Like it's everything. If you have to get approved through it, or you are not going to be driving. I promise. So anyways, I really hope this information helped you out. If you have any more questions, don't be afraid to send me something in the comments. I'll answer them as best I can. All right, guys. Appreciate you. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you. Common sense ain't common.